communicate his message. Moritz will give this speech, and the title of the speech is Let It Flow. Please help me introduce Moritz.
First of all, the title of this project is how to say it. So I want to challenge you in saying something out loud. By the way, to be on the same page, we have the word of the day here. Who of you knows this name? Alright, so you're excluded from that exercise. Anyone else would dare how to say this name? No money involved. Yeah, Andrea?
Something like that.
Alright, I'll give you a tip later on what's this all about. This guy's name, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, is a psychologist from the US. And he's been around quite a while. He sort of like resembles Richard Attenborough. And he describes a way and a state of mind which you are in when you do something very well, that you're able to do very well. He calls it flow. And I would like to explain you what is it all about to be in flow. When we try something new, we sort of have to get a skill set, and we face a challenge. And these are the two axes that I will talk about quite a lot today. And so let's have a look at what's happening if you have some challenges and some skills. Every person in this room has different skills, different challenges in their life, and somewhere there's a middle, like let's say here. So you have medium challenge, but you're also not perfectly doing that. Now there's different areas where you can be in. For instance, when Tom is at a party, he has low to medium communication skills with the girls, but the challenge is also low. So you probably get out your iPhone or talk about how to get sidestep from your relationship. On the other hand, when Rolf is 6 years old and lost the wedding ring, the challenge is very high and his communication skills are probably low with his mom. So he's quite in anxiety. And that's the first two areas of that quadrant. So here we have like boredom, and here we have anxiety. There's some more of them, and for instance, if you have a high skill set and the challenge is very low, you're quite relaxed, you sit back. Or if the challenge is high and your skill set is also, and the challenge is medium and your skill set is high in comparison to that, you're in control. And so there's few other words, few other states that you can be in. And for instance, when Harry was writing his book and he finished, he probably forgot to save and make a backup, because he was at the same time having a high challenge and being able to meet that challenge. This is what Csikszentmihalyi calls flow. It's a state of mind that occurs to you when your body is actually responding to meeting the challenges with a quite appropriate skill set. Your breathing goes in the right, goes with your heart rate, and your blood pressure is all in one good condition. So your body is telling you, hey, I'm feeling well with what we are doing here. This has something to do with how much information we can process. If we don't have to worry about the future, and if we don't have to worry that we can meet the challenge that we're facing, if we know we can do it, but still the nature of what we are doing is quite challenging, then we don't have to concentrate on anything else. We can dive into what we are doing. And actually our body, with heart rate, breathing, and so on, helps us to do that. It calms down and gets up at the same time. Some examples of that. People, when they are composing music, are sometimes in that state of mind flow. Sometimes programmers get into what they call hack mode. They forget all the time about them. So signs of flow are you forget time, you forget all the rest of the world. You're focused on one thing. I want to share another story of mine where I had that experience. I had a good time with friends and we were cooking. And so it happens that we were cooking eggs like this. And everything was set up, the food was preparing and ready to be eaten. And it happened that I was standing next to the pot where the eggs were being cooked. And I heard the eggs, and somehow everything was so fine that evening that I could concentrate on just those eggs. And they felt like they were giggling, they were talking to me, because the water was boiling a little bit, and I was in control of the pot, and the eggs were giggling up and down. And so I had to listen to them while they were cooking for 7 minutes, feeling great that I have the time and the skills to set up that evening to listen for eggs giggling. Now, thing is, when we get out of that state of mind like an egg, when it's cooked, yeah, it's getting eaten. So somehow, when we get out of that state, we have to think about what we do next. And at the end of the speech, I would ask you, where's your flow? Where do you feel that you're meeting high challenges with high skills? Is it public speaking here? Is it when you cook, when you dance, when you, I don't know. Think about that state of mind and what is the difference between then and other times. Mr. Toastmaster?
Thank you, Moritz. I have to say, this is one great flow chart. Please